First, let's understand how you punish a soul. What do you do to hurt a soul? So that, that classical depiction of, the burning with the coals and with the guys with the forks poking you. We're talking about a soul. How do you burn a soul? So obviously that is too physical a description than that. The punishment of a soul is simply its own regret. So we're told that when the soul comes back to heaven, it basically is forced to sit and watch a movie of its own life. And how painful is that? Very painful. But what is the pain? The pain is the regret, the embarrassment. So what does it mean to burn in hell? You burn with shame. It's the embarrassment. And the shame is not I once did that. That's guilt. The shame is I still feel like that. Now that feeling or that memory, the effect of the world on the soul, wears off with time. So by the end of a year, the soul is clean. It doesn't have those feelings anymore. It's a clean, perfect soul, ready to be given a new mission, another life, and sent down in a reincarnation to give it another shot. So it's not God in the business of punishing. On the contrary, the suffering of a soul is its own rehabilitation. It burns off those unpleasant memories, and now it's an innocent soul ready to go on a divine mission again. So heaven and hell, we often say, well, you go up to heaven and you go down to hell. Heaven is not up and hell is not down. You have two souls sitting next to each other. One is in heaven, one is in hell. Because one of them is comfortable being a soul and the other one is still getting back to being a soul by burning off those memories of undesirable things. So God is not in the business of punishing. On the contrary. With punishment, any punishment in Torah means cleansing, purifying, restoring, undoing the damage. Like the kid who's running barefoot and the father says, you'll get a splinter. He says, I'm not afraid. He says, it might get infected. Oh, I'm not afraid. He said, it'll become gangrene. It doesn't scare me. Anyway, it happens. And so they rush him to the hospital and the doctor comes with these sharp, cold tools and it hurts. But he saves the leg. Now the kid is running around barefoot. And the father says, don't run around barefoot. You'll get a splinter. He says, I'm not afraid of splinters. He says, it'll get infected. I'm not afraid of infection. So I'll take you to the doctor. He says, oh. He goes and he puts on his shoes. See, that's childish. He's not afraid of the damage. He's afraid of the cure. So I say, you're going to get your foot all messed up and infected. That doesn't scare him. But the doctor will cure you. That scares him. When the Torah tells us that there's a cure, maybe a painful one, an embarrassing one, but it's a cure. So you're intimidated by the cure? You shouldn't be. You should be intimidated by the damage. So don't do the sin, not because you'll get punished. Punishment is the repair. Don't do the sin because you don't want to need to be repaired. So when God tells us that this is the punishment for this sin, this is punishment for that sin, that's not meant to be the motivation. He's not telling you to behave yourself to avoid punishment. The description of the punishment is really a description of the sin. This is the nature of this sin. How hard will it be to remove a stain from a cotton shirt? How hard will it be to remove a stain from a silk shirt? One needs cold water, one needs hot water. But that's not why you shouldn't do it. It's just telling you what it is you're doing.
Click subscribe to see more exclusive content for the most sought-after Jewish speakers, teachers, and thinkers.